All right, it's that time. Guess what? I'm trying to buy a house and I need a daily driver that's not a big giant van. I love this van, but it's time to sell it. So in this video that you're about to see, it's long, it's raw, it's unscripted, and it's unprepared. I just opened everything up and described my van. Please share this with people, forums, wherever, to try to get it sold. Help me out. Any reasonable offer I will entertain for sure. I do have a USAA loan, so we have to go through the bank system to get the title and all that. I think you will find that I'm a trustworthy source. I'm also located in South Carolina, Greenville. I can definitely deliver, but preferably somebody that wants to see the van up close. You might have a better view of what's going on. So thanks for watching this long-winded video. All right, everyone, this is my 2020 Ram ProMaster 159 extended, high roof, and I'm going to give you the tour unscripted because I'm selling it. So what I want to do is give you the real deal, so when somebody's looking at this online, they can kind of have a good feel for what they're looking at before they take the plunge. Now this side is the stealth side, so if you park strategically, this is the side that's stealth. I'm probably not going to get a good undercarriage footage, but we'll try since we're here. This will be a little bit long-winded and boring for most, but let's see what we got down here. You can see the undercarriage, not exactly the most light, but I think you can get the idea of what it looks like. This right here is my Webasto exit exhaust. So it exhausts out there. It should actually probably point a little differently, but that's what it is. We can point that another direction. Okay, entering the front of the van, you have your basics over here. My dog bowl. I have a golden retriever, so there will be hair everywhere. The Lagun table, swivels. You know, you can either sit on these swivel seats, which I have 2 of them. See, there's dog hair everywhere. I have 2 of the swivel seats, either Scopina, so I think they're pushing like $400 a piece, especially with shipping. And what you're getting is not the price, it's the time. It takes so long to get this stuff shipped. So you're buying a bunch of stuff that's already shipped. The build quality is probably not to most people's standards, so I'm going to tell you that up front. So the build quality inside is pretty terrible, but I use really high-end components, and I think somebody with good carpentry skills can make this a lot better. Okay, let's continue the tour here. I have a simple kitchen setup with your basic launch pad here for extra room. Plus you can use the Lagun table, it goes up and down. I do have a plate for the Lagun table here if you really want to mount it there. I found it's a little painful. This is my induction stove, yes, induction. So this comes right out. So I pull this out here, and all I do, I've only done this a couple times, this method. All I do is pull it out. Looks hard, but it's not. And you just set it down, and then, not sure if you can see, but I'm not going to spend time editing this. I put these so that they open the same way because you can access it this way instead of getting over here. I have a loose wire here that plugs in, and then my induction stove works, no problem. I've got a lot of battery power, which I'll show you in a little bit. So that's that. The sink does work, and it has good power, good pressure. You press a button over here, boop. Then I'm not even sure if I have water. So you've got your basic hook. You've got your basic seat here. With the swivel, you can take on and off and move it over here. I don't have any shelving, but imagine you had pull-out drawers, or imagine you built this so it goes up. I could see that'd be cool. No shelving up here, so plenty of room for improvement. The MaxxAir fan here. Storage, I think everyone knows what storage is like. I have these awesome covers. These covers are magnetic and they snap on and they cover completely everything. So that being said, let me shut this door. So the cover right here, let the light adjust, is the same cover, and this goes down real quick. You can open up a little section right here, and I've got a video on that, maybe I can link it. And of course this window opens here. I don't try to cook with the door shut very often, but you can. Oh, speaking of cooking, got a microwave that it works. I just got to turn the power on, and I'll show you in a minute. Room for improvement, desks, shelving, whatever. Up here, I'm gonna give you the whole tour. Nothing's in there, but that's where you could store stuff. It fits really snug right past that light, and it's not gonna go anywhere. This is where I house my Starlink, and yes, that comes with it. So I've got a Starlink router and dish. They've been working just great like that, no problem. So I hide them in there. The idea was to put all my electronics in there. You'll see I don't have a whole lot of good stuff back here except for the bed. And it's not the widest, but I do fit on it with 2 people, which is fantastic. Magnetic shuts, drawers. I got the thing in the way. This drawer here. This is where my silverware would go. And of course, more stuff here. Imagine you had pullouts or shelves. You can have the kind that pulls out. That'd be good. I do have a 12-volt refrigerator. It's missing its little latch, but it's been working great for forever, honestly. And then, again, there's room for more improvement here. I'm hoping that this is still working. All right, let's go to the back side. I got the LED lights. These ones are connected to one switch. These, I've got 2 here that are connected to another switch, but I gotta fix the wire. It's just a wire I gotta fix. No big deal. But again, these windows I put in. This window I put in the back. Again, this opens, it's the bunk window. There are little indentations from me doing something with trying to get the bed stuff in there. So it's something to think about. Like, I got this little mark right here, it needs to be worked on. Okay, so the doors, they go open all the way completely, which is awesome. Here's the back end. I did insulate everything with that 3M stuff when I had it exposed. So I still have some 3M left. I've got my mountain bike in there folded up. The idea was to get it so I didn't have to take the wheel off, but of course that didn't work very well. So I prefer to do it this way now because it's actually so much better than what I was trying to do. But I also love the fact, well, before I get there, look, there's so much room. If you had pull-out drawers or sliders, you have so much room to build on this. But I love the fact that I can actually stand up in here and make your bed. You're on the back. Plus, sometimes my Joukla down here, that's my toilet. If you really wanted to, you can make the room back here and you can have the toilet right here. So you jump off the bed, you can go to the bathroom. Plenty of room. I mean, I got just junk. This is my multi-day camping stuff. I've got hooks for hanging clothes across this. This is a Velit air conditioner, and yes, it's 12 volt and it works pretty damn good. At night, for sure, 100%, it'll be perfect, and it blows right on you. During the day, it'll get you down for sure, but if you're sitting in the hot sun in Florida, it's still not going to be enough. I will tell you that. But it is fantastic for when you have to do, you want to do a 1 hour at the gym or something, and you have a dog. Park in the shade, throw that thing on there. It's going to be freaking cold. It's going to be nice. I used to have monitors so I can check the cameras and see if everything was working and the temperature. So there's that. And I got a bunch of stuff on the hooks over here. Now, hopefully I can get in there with the light, but, and I know it's a mess, I have 2 Battleborn 270 amp hours side by side in parallel. This is, it looks bad, but it hasn't actually, there's nothing wrong with it. It's that this connection got loose once and it caused a spark, and luckily nothing happened. But anyways, these were, one was 2,800, I got one for 2,500 plus all the shipping and good stuff like that. Just gotta make sure it's still recording sometimes. So again, it's the shipping time. It's the, all right, let's say it cost 2,800 plus, I don't know, 160 bucks to ship it. Like, you gotta add all that stuff in there. And then back here, I have a solar panel MPPT controller. It's the 150/60 amp, and I've got a 3000 Victron inverter there, and you can't see it, but I have a 50 amp DC to DC charger Victron as well. So all my products are Victron except for my batteries, but you're gonna wanna redo all this. Look at this mess, but it's all there and it all works. You can go in day one and it works. Let's see without the ladder if I can get up here, show you around a little bit up there. I've got 3 solar panels and the MaxxAir fan up there, and of course the air conditioner here. And the roof rack. Don't forget about the roof rack. You can get an awning for it. I don't have one, but the roof rack is on there. The solar panels are 200 and the other 2 are 220. So we got a total of 640 watts coming in, and the MaxxAir fan. And the Starlink is up there on a magnetic thing. I don't know if you can see it from here. I'll show you another view. Again, unscripted. I don't want to mess around with it. I want to be real deal with anybody that's interested. Yeah, you can kind of see up there. It's probably a mess. I haven't been up there in a while. My rear view camera for the actual van, somehow it's upside down, so I never use it. But that's very typical. You'll Google that and it's there. But some of the components, again, the two battle-borne batteries, the 30-gallon tank. This thing will get you going. And of course I have a SureFlow pump there. It's not mounted very well, but it's been working for months. Plenty of room back here, like I said. Some of the more expensive parts, again, is the air conditioning, which is this thing over hanging here. The water pump was probably $300 plus shipping. Air conditioning, I think, was $1,800 or $2,000 maybe, I'm not sure. Again, these two, $2,500 to $2,800 each plus shipping. The inverter, I think, was about $1,100 or $1,200, $1,300, I'm not sure. The solar controller, you know, add a couple $100 for everything. Circuit panels, breakers, all that stuff. The Joukla, I don't like it too much, but it works. So that's, I think, another couple $100. I'm just trying to add this up for you. Oh, I have a Webasto. The Webasto gas-powered heater. So in the winter, you're good to go. And of course, all the covers like that. That's a couple. They're actually a couple $100 to get all the covers. The windows. I'm trying to think of what else. Swivel seats, again, those were expensive. I think they're pushing $300 or $400 each, and I've got two of them. They both swivel, as you can see. Lagun. What else? I swear I had a whole list of cool stuff. Oh, DC. I have USB-Cs. I used to have more, but I have two USB-C charging units, right? But they're 100 watts each, so they're legit, real good. So, and it's DC. There's no AC involved. You don't have to turn on any AC, air conditioning, nothing. I'm not going to turn the inverter on. There's a button I have to press back there because I don't have the remote one for it. You can get that. But I reach down there, I press the button, my inverter goes on, I can use my microwave, I can use my stove. Real deal. If you're using the air conditioning on full blast, you go from 100% battery to overnight. Full blast, probably 100% to 50% if it's full blast. I'm not sure. But it sucks it down, but who uses it all night, right? Same thing with the induction stove. You can see it. It goes from 100%, you use it for, you know, 1 hour, it goes from 100 down to 90 or something like that. It's visible. But the thing is, I've got 540 amp hours, and I drive a lot, so the DC to DC charger, 50 amps going through there at all times off the alternator, plus my solar panels, which I love viewing the Victron components and seeing like, oh yes, I'm getting power. So that's all there. You can definitely, so, oh, the other thing is I've got 162,000 miles on this, and that's probably a lot for some people. I bought this thinking, well, if something happens, I'm just gonna fix it, you know? I'm putting in all this extra money, thousands of dollars. Solar panels are probably, I don't know, at the time they were like $200 a piece, $246, plus all the wiring, plus all the controllers. And I know from previous videos that I've watched, nobody cares that much about the build itself. So I'm trying to sell this based on the components and hopefully the fact that it's cheap. Cheap enough for someone to buy. I'm looking to buy a house. That's the reason why I'm doing this. Let's see, I'll just point this over here, turn this bad boy on. I've got no problems with it. The sliding doors are open. 162,000, it would show. Anyways, it's 162 something. Yeah, there we go. 162. And I've had no issues with this whatsoever. I just bought these bad boys right here. The Wild Peak all-terrain tires. I think altogether those were probably, I just bought them like a month ago. I think they were about $850 or $1,000, somewhere around there. They're way nicer than the stock tires though. You can't really not appreciate that. Oh, I probably can't open. Oh, yeah, there we go. And oh, another thing. This is a 350-pound vertical pound receiver for the front. You can add an e-bike or a motorcycle carrier, something like that. I have driven a motorcycle that's very light on it just to get it from point A to B, and it works just fine. But I don't think it's recommended because The receiver was rated for 8 inches, and with the motorcycle receiver, it's more like 16. So I've ridden it once like that, and it works just fine. So I'd be careful. I would probably maybe put 200 pounds on it, not the 300 that I put on there, just to get my bike from point A to B. But it does have that, and that is something I installed. Just to be crystal clear, the day that I bought this, I hit an elk. Didn't damage much, except for there's a little bit of damage here and here. That was literally like 2 years ago, the day that I bought this. So I hit an elk, lucky me, and I was kind of bummed out, but I was like trying to be cool about it. But the thing is, everything works, and it's just a little cosmetic. So again, this is my baby right here. And there's probably more. I'll add some details as I think of them, but there's too much to name in this video. I think this covers, though, for anyone that's actually interested, they'll go through this crappy ass video. Oh, and it's good for a dog here, so the dog loves it in here.